going down under here. A few things. Clearly bombed out. Better know about this bent lower control arm or the subframe. November. This is getting replaced anyways, but blown bushing. Engine mounts are NFG. Some of it being melted and flopping around during the road test. We got power steering hoses leaking. We got engine oil leaks coming down from the front. There's actually, I just wiped it up, I just stepped in it, but there's a puddle on the floor from just a few minutes of sitting. Brakes, how are the front brakes? Brakes are looking thin if we're doing, yeah. So front brakes, we'll need new pads up there too, it looks like. We'll have a better idea when the wheels are off. This is all flopping around and loose. Like loose bolts for the collector. It's causing this to flop around, hitting the fuel tank. The fuel tank is actually worn in right there. So that'll have to get fixed and moved away. Does not look like it's leaking right now, but I don't know how full it is. What else we got going on here? This side makes contact. This side makes contact as well. Back to that in case I didn't get a good video. You see a good rub there. Oh, what else I got? What else? Oh, transmission leaks. So, drips hanging off there. Transmission mount is touching down on the frame here. I don't know if it's collapsed or just a bad design. Exactly where it's leaking from, it's hard to tell. It's all wet right around front here too. Does not look like the manual shaft seal leak. Lockup is not hooked up. Probably just some tape. Here's tape. What else we got going on here? Linkage. Looks like it rubs on the side of the transmission bell housing here. Hard to tell if that clears or not. Let's get a good shot of the this stuff up here. It's all wet there. I don't know if that's leaking or if it's just oil spray. Back to the power steering over here. Drip hanging out for that. And then the radiator is definitely leaking. See how it's all wet there. Looks like it's coming down from on high. Both sides, that side, this side. Need to send the rat out for a test and repair. Is the rack leaking here? No, back to the power steering lines again. Right there. How did all this oil get over here to that side? Where's that coming from? It's gotta be engine oil just spraying out the front. No. So back to Oh, we're seeing the mounts are bad. Can you see that? That pulley is just chewed. Probably it on the fan whenever the engine picks up. Yeah, the video's running.
All fixed?
Yeah. Throttle linkage. That's loose at a bad angle. That's moved over time. This is not correct for a 700 R4. That's for a kick down. It's not for a 4-speed. So there's a different linkage on it. The fan's hitting the pulley. You'll be able to see better witness marks there when the fan's off. This is over torqued. Well, not really. I mean, there's nothing stopping it. So this is all sucked down here. That's not doing its job properly. Just look to see how all the wires here are running. Okay. That should do it for now. Oh, let's look around the front here. How the hinges are done. Okay. We got a cable that goes down to the frame over there for the pop hinge. And here's all this stuff. There's a slide. That looks like it's about to fall off. Yeah. That's hanging on by like one thread. Okay, so last night popped off the side skirts. So thank you whoever did that. I imagine it was Jim. Anyways, don't know if there's any fasteners. It probably just pops off. Hole here, hole here. It's like maybe a hole down there. That's a alignment pin over there. Anyways, better look at how this all is rooted. It's gonna be a squeeze, that's for sure. Okay. So for the side skirt, this is a damaged one that has to come off anyways. Free up more space. Robertson screws that one piece. Over there. Anything holding this down up here? Nope. Brother bad. Okay. Just to be clear, got all these stainless fasteners along here, held down there. Okay, I think I'll take that off with the bumper, or with the fender. Unfortunately, that one there, where is it? Right over there. It's in the cab. Behind here. I've got a crack right there. Some other scuff marks up on the paint over here. The reason why we had to take the front fenders off to get this off is because it folds down underneath them, and we got the studs going through. There's no way of getting the rad out to get that out without doing that. But yeah, so here is the result. The fenders are off. Both front fenders are cracked, not just one. It looks like the impact is transferred through this. We got additional damage up over here. Might be from underneath hits. And then it relayed up into this fender here as well. This is the most obvious area. Right there. Hinge detail, got like a stove nut right there. This is already out, that's already loose. Yeah. Okay. Missing fastener. That side is both. This one's all stripped out. I can't get anything to bite. So, 2 ground wires. Both to go to the front loom here. Zap strap down there. Same for over here. Turn stage. These bolts are seized in here. No detail here. This is already broken all around here. And the pins wiggling around. So, what I'm pointing out here is this. I do believe that's supposed to have another nut on top. This is on the bottom side. This just fell off. I didn't pull on that, but completely corroded. Starter's held in. A long bolt going right through up there. And apparently one of these here was loose in the starter. That was told, so don't feel too bad. Okay. Okay, engine's all packed up and ready to be taken away. What we got here? So that bolt there is missing. Coolant is drained. Cannot get these out, so I had to do a forward tip. Just to concentrate all the tins, the wiring, the distributors, of course the flywheel. All packed up. I don't know what the future plan is. I'm going to put some tape over these so nothing falls in. Then it should be good to go. Okay. All taped up there. I'll take up there. Just soak up the last of the coolant that's dribbled there, and we're good to go. If you look inside here, you can actually see the rubber's not at the end. So, yeah, leaking. Right at that bulge there. Barely hanging on. That'll need to be fixed. The other one, the rubber's right up at the end. So now that I make it run, as long as I provide power to it. Okay, so tripper wires, crank it. Oh, is it going to actually finally go? Just barely. Okay. Try it with a good spark. Actually, you can hear it click there. Put the jumper back in. You can actually hear the difference. Cool. But the only way I can get it started was to jump that on that coil. It is right off the old coil now. Right in behind the exhaust there.